We see any land when we're looking down at the ocean from the space station. Do you think they could be fooling us with this picture? The electrostatic force, which is scientifically provable, testable, repeatable, is 10 to the 36 power stronger than gravity. Do you guys know how big of a number 10 to the 36 power is? 10 to the 36 is 36 zeros. And I dropped something. How the hell can you say that it's gravity that's pulling it down? There's air molecules hitting your head, and there's Mike Tyson's fist, okay, floating in the air. You know, why do these cumulus clouds have these beautiful sharp edges to them, right? There's no sound and it's flying. Are we defying gravity, or are we just playing with the electrostatic forces of the earth? In the globalist world, it's the air molecule that knocked you out.
Yeah, holding a skyscraper down, you shouldn't even be able to jump off the ground even an inch, you know what I mean? Why can you easily, I mean, it's just crazy.
And then if you look at clouds are electrostatically floating in the air. They're lying about everything that we see.
Weiss is a very well-known flat earther from Connecticut that runs the Flat Earth 101 website and often goes to the Flat Earth conferences. Some would argue that he is one of the biggest grifters in this entire sphere. Haha, see what I did there? I don't want to be a flat earther, David Weiss says, his voice weary as he reflects on his personal awakening. Would you wake up in the morning and want everyone to think you're an idiot? 9 News here says that David started on this journey when he tried and failed to find proof of the Earth's curve 4 years ago. This article was posted in 2019. He's believed with an evident passion that our planet is both flat and stationary, and it's turned his world upside down. Haha, I see what they did there. He told CNN in a phone interview that it absolutely freaked him out and that it whipped the rug out from underneath him. It goes on to talk about how David here thinks that he's better than everyone else because he finds it tedious to associate with the majority of people. But he does still have some friends who believe in the round Earth. David is well known for appearing at the Flat Earth International conferences, and he even sometimes gives speeches at them. We've all been communicating online, but this brings us together so we can shake hands and give each other hugs, he says. We can collaborate, we can make new friends, because guess what, our old friends? We lost a lot of friends. The ruling elite, from the royal family to the Rockefellers, the Rothschilds, all of those groups that run the world, they're in on it, as in the Flat Earth conspiracy. But once you get into Flat Earth, the other conspiracy theories get knocked down into another tier. Says our buddy, Mark Sargent. When you find out the Earth is flat, then you become empowered, David says. You feel like you've got a better handle on life and the universe. It's now more manageable, our friend Mark Sargent adds. The article goes on to talk about how this belief system might be more dangerous than a lot of people think. It ends with Davidson saying, "It's touching everyone, it's not going away, and it's not going to slow down. This thing is out of the can." So even though David doesn't want to be a flat earther, he is a flat earther, and he is one of the most prominent, well-known people within the community. You know, just like our buddy Mark Sargent.
So in your world, we have people standing upside down, and you're assuming hemispheres on a sphere.
What do you mean upside down? What do you mean upside down? What does that mean?
Compare their feet are antipodal to my feet, people in the South.
A lot of you who watch us wonderful globe earthers discuss the flat earthers might be more familiar with good old David from this situation. Last year, flat earther left humiliated after trying to argue with a scientist. And yes, our flat earther friend that tried to do this is good old Flat Earth Dave. It says here that he was left humiliated after debating a professor on the shape of our Earth. He regularly interviews people on the subject on his show, the Flat Earth Podcast, but threw himself into unfamiliar territory last year when he switched out being the interviewer for the interviewee. He appeared on Professor Dave Explains in an episode titled Professor Dave Humiliates Flat Earth David Weiss. During the hour-long episode, the pair debated flat Earth beliefs, with Weiss claiming that the shape of the Earth came from astronomers who Professor Dave doesn't know. You've never met these men. You don't know anything about these men other than the stories that the controllers of this world tell you, he told the academic. He seemed to have an answer for everything, well, almost everything, because when the discussion arrived at Earth's movement within space, he struggled a bit. You think that we're spinning at 1,000 miles an hour and we don't feel it? And we're changing directions? He said on Earth's orbit. How is that possible? How about when the Earth comes around toward the sun in the winter, it's speeding up and taking its sharpest turn, and we don't feel any of those forces? Why don't you go ahead and get in a car and do a 360 turn and make it take a year? Are you going to feel that? Professor Dave asked him, after acknowledging that it takes a year for the Earth to travel around the sun. He went on to break it down. 360 degrees, 365 days. That's about a degree a day, right? Why don't you get in a car and drive for 24 hours? And over 24 hours, veer by 1 degree. Are you going to feel that?
Okay, but it doesn't look. It doesn't matter. We're talking about the distance between the towers or the width of a tower. Do you know how much curvature there is over such a small distance? It is so small that it is 100% negligible. What are you not understanding about that? The Earth is really big.
So do you believe that horizontal lines are parallel?
If you make them parallel, what are you talking about?
I'm talking about horizontal lines on Earth. When you're, surveying the land and you have a horizontal line, another one, another one, another one, are they parallel?
If you make them parallel, they're not lines, right? They're not actual lines. Do you know that lines are just approximations, right? We can draw lines, we can graph lines and do math in perfect Euclidean geometry. The Earth has a spherical surface. So yeah, we can go, that's a line and that's a line. And if we're just looking at less than a mile, yeah, it looks really straight. But it's not, because the Earth is a sphere. So you're not comprehending scale. That's the problem.
Has anybody measured curvature in large body of water at rest? Large body of water needs a container to hold it in place. And has anyone measured any curvature on resting water? And don't tell me your drop and your wave, which is in your stupid video that got 10 million views.
Drop and wave? I don't even know what you're talking about.
We talked about water curves. And you showed a drop of water.
Oh, yeah. Okay, no, I know what you're talking about.
That is just a complete straw man.
Well, it's not, but actually, this is what's funniest to me is that you're flat Earth, you debunk yourself with this level water thing, because the funny thing is that, so tides exist, right? And so on your little pizza world, tides are these little mounds of water that kind of travel around. I don't really know how else you're going to explain this, but right, tides exist, right?
Yeah, they do, but they don't correlate to the sun and the moon. There's
stop. No sun and the moon. No sun and moon. There are the water levels go up and down, right? And in different places, not everywhere at the same time, right? Yeah, so on your little pizza world, you've got a little you've got a little mound of water that's just kind of traveling around. So I'm sorry, but water isn't level on your pizza world either.
Dave, what causes your high tides? The moon?
What causes tides? The moon. And well, there's solar tides and there's lunar tides.
Right. And so when there's a new moon, which means the sun and the moon are on the same side of the Earth, the tide should be bigger, but there's not. There's bigger tides when they're opposing.
No, it is.
No, they're not.
No, it is.
You're absolutely wrong.
No, I'm not. And you can Google it right now.
If you guys want to watch more of that, go and check it out. I'll leave a link down below. It does have over 4 million views, so I highly recommend it. Now that we have a little bit of background about Dave, let's go check out his website. Welcome to the Flat Earth Podcast and the home of FlatEarthDave.com. I guess they have a friend finder app so that you can find other friends who are as silly as you and believe in the flat earth. Now, David here thinks that he's better than everyone else because he finds it tedious to associate with the majority of people. And so far, they've found 129,806 people friends. So I guess there's more flat earthers than that in the world. Good to know. One of the things that you're gonna notice about our dear friend Flat Earth Dave is that he really likes to sell things. I know, big surprise, right? A grifter's grifting. So there's tons of apps. And just as an example, since we just talked about the Friend Finder app, I decided to look into the Flat Earth Clock app. As you see, apparently they're on a different time zone than we are or something. And it says, this app shows you how the true Earth works, daily videos that Google is hiding from you, and much more.
But wait! There's more!
So I went to go get it on Google Play, and to my surprise, my very big surprise, it costs $3.99 to buy. So there's that. As you can see, it's a flat Earth sun and moon clock, and this is great. It reads, about this app, the Flat Earth Sun and Moon Clock shows where the sun and moon are across the face of the Earth as shown on the AE map. See where your day and night are, position and phase of the moon as the sun laps it every 28 days. Track the seasons as the sun travels between the Tropic of Capricorn and the Tropic of Cancer. Subscription is required for sending and receiving messages, making outgoing voice and video calls, new user notification, accessing user profiles, detailed weather service, and all future additional features. Yearly subscription is just $10.99 or use 11 or your referral points to unlock the subscription for a full year. And then there's this review that's like, I've purchased this app 3 times now and it always glitches. Last one couldn't even open. So I see things are going well. What else do they have on this site? Well, a lot of propaganda. What is going on at Anarchapulco? Did I say that right? Anarchapulco. That word. Why are so many of the speakers flat earthers? Come see David Weiss's presentation and find out what you are missing. Tickets, in person or virtual. Oh, and it ends today. Look at that. The greatest freedom conference across the plane. And then they have a group of the speakers listed here. Aw, calling Beth flat.
Flat as a board.
That's not nice. If you scroll down, you're gonna also see a flat earth clothing shop. Yeah. Imagine wearing one of these out in public. They again promote the Friend Finder, and then they list off Flat Earth Dave's latest interviews. Click here. He promotes his short video channel, some more Flat Earth videos, his FED interviews, social medias are promoted. And then you scroll down and it says here that you can book Dave on your next show. Talk about some shows that are streaming on streaming platforms that apparently don't care about spreading misinformation, so there's that. And then you get some free CMG ebooks, so maybe we'll read through some of those. What do you guys think? They promote the Level With Me film. They claim to have 16 emergency landings proving flat Earth. They have this beautiful banner that has Elon Musk on it.
This is Elon Musk.
And then, of course, there's a place where you can send your flat Earth images. And then they have these business card arts, which I'm not really sure why you would want that. But anyway, they are also, of course, providing an Apple Watch face and a phone wallpaper. And you click to download, and it downloads a picture onto your computer, and this is what downloaded on my computer when I clicked on that. I guess this is their flat Earth. I have to remember to delete that later. They sell coffee? Flat Earth coffee?
Oh, this coffee smells like It is Austin. Oh good, then it's not just me.
100% grown on a flat and stationary world. They claim it's 100% organic, They say they have the flavors Bali Blue, Cold Brew, Mexico, Peru Decaf, and Uganda. You can buy a 1 pound or 2 pound bag of whole bean or ground bean, because apparently you can taste the shape of the earth in your coffee. I don't know. And then you get to this page with this picture of good old Dave here, and it says, take the flat earth crash course. And when you click on that, you're led to this page, and it's just a whole bunch of flat earth videos to watch. So I guess that's the course. They have here, what if everyone spoke up about flat earth? And then again, they tell you about the flat earth clock, new features and instructions. Of course, we would have their podcast on here. I mean, the website is theflatearthpodcast.com. And then again, we get to the bottom, it's all their socials. They have an area here of flat earth images, and you have to download it. And when you click on it, this is what you're met with. It's an interesting couple of pages, if I do say so myself.
This 2-page document is a really good sum up of who David is and why he believes in the flat earth, so I think we should read through it now.
NASA's lies. Serpents everywhere. Those in power love to hide their satanic agenda in plain sight. One method is through iconography, like company logos. Do you find it odd that the serpent or V symbol is used in almost every space-related organization? This is just a small sampling. And then Elon Musk comes along with an X.
This is Elon Musk.
So they have like pictures of some here, I guess. Resources. Check out these Bible-based flat earth films and content providers on YouTube. There are many, many more.
But wait! There's more!
Did you know? The Bible teaches flat earth. A mass awakening is happening. The Bible clearly teaches earth is flat, stationary, and immovable. Time for God's people to learn this truth. This flat earth disc in space image is pushed by controlled opposition like the Flat Earth Society. It is at the top of Google's search results to look ridiculous and discourage research. This is a very close representation of where we actually live. Yes, it says where twice, based on an ancient map from 1587. The flat earth plane or realm is scientifically possible, unlike planets and stars floating in a scientifically impossible space vacuum. Here in the middle it says, the heliocentric globe model is the seminal scientific deception that lays the foundation for lies, like the theories of evolution and the Big Bang. As true Bible believers, we can't keep defending these lies. And of course they leave their website link, and underneath it says a little ad for their clock again. The best tool and resource is a Flat Earth, Sun, Moon, and Zodiac clock app. Point your camera phone at this QR code. Within the app, quickly find the best documentaries, short videos, and FAQs. And then we get to satanic math. Yeah, no, I wish I was joking, but I'm not.
But wait! There's more!
Earth revolves around the sun at 66,600 miles per hour. Curvature of 1 square mile is 0.666 feet. Earth's axial tilt is 23.4 degrees. That's 90 degrees minus 23.4 degrees, which equals 66.6 degrees. This is Satan speaking. And then we get to NASA's budget, which is apparently $80 million a day. I don't know for sure what it is. It literally takes 5 minutes of research to discover that NASA and the other space organizations are deceiving the people of Earth. Join the information revolution. And then it says when you find out NASA means to deceive in Hebrew. And this is an interesting picture. How much does NASA make per day? Oh yeah, it could be. Alright. That does not mean that the earth is flat, though. Top 10 places where the Bible teaches flat earth. Alright, let's go. Number 1, geocentric earth. God says Earth is geocentric, with the sun, moon, and stars all locked in the firmament And God made two great lights, the greater light to rule the day, and the lesser light to rule the night. He made the stars also, and God set them in the firmament of the heaven to give light upon the earth. Genesis 1:16-17. Heavenly bodies are for signs and seasons. There is no stellar parallax, otherwise we wouldn't have constellations for thousands of years. The created sky is a perfect clock. I don't think so. Number 2, stationary and fixed. Fixed is an interesting word to use. God says Earth is stationary and fixed on immovable pillars. Palm 104.5. Every scientific experiment to prove the Earth moves has failed. They provide no sources to show us this. We're just supposed to take their word for it, I guess. Number 3, flat as a seal? God says Earth takes shape like clay under a seal. Job 38:14. God also says that it's okay to stone women in the Bible, though. I don't know if that's a good source. Number 4, firmament dome. God says Earth is covered by a firmament/dome structure. Genesis 1:7. You read that right. Even NASA admits we can't leave low Earth orbit anymore. And then they say sun dogs prove firmament. Again, I guess we just take this picture as truth and their word for it. There are no scientific studies that back up any of these claims. It's just the Bible says. Here's a picture. Believe us. Source, trust me, bro. Number 5, 2 lights. God says the moon is self-illuminating. Mark 13:24 and Genesis 1:14. God is very clear that he made 2 lights to rule the sky, and that the moon gives off its own light. Also, direct moonlight is colder than in the shade of the moon. Research it! What the fuck does that even mean? Direct moonlight is colder than in the shade of the moon. I'm gonna need you to English that better for it to make sense first. Dave? Number 6, ends of the earth. God says creation is complete, not expanding. Genesis 2:1. Over and over, the Bible speaks about the ends of the earth. A ball does not have ends. And then, for some reason, they have the ice shores of Antarctica. I guess because this is supposed to represent the wall at the end of the earth. A lot of them do believe that this is a thing there. I'm assuming that's why it's there. Again, they don't really tell us much on here. Number 7, sun halts. God stops the sun to stop the day. Joshua 10:13. See, do you think it's like a light and someone turns it off? Earth is not spinning. The sun and the moon move above the earth around polar center as their paths expand and contract annually, alternating every 6 months. And they claim that this causes seasons, and it also causes the 24-hour daylight in the north. And then they also show us sun anomalies, and apparently that proves it. Again, this is all the information we were given. Number 8, water is a natural level. Oh God, not this again. God says water is level, not curved. For fuck's sake, every time that they say this, I'm like, are you kidding me? Job 37:10. Large bodies of water like oceans and lakes have zero curvature or convexity, flawlessly flat. And then they have a picture of a lake here that just makes me want to go dive into one, is what it does. Number 9, Earth is a circle. It's a globe. See, you're like almost there. God says the earth is a circle/disc, not a ball. Earlier in Isaiah, the word for ball or sphere is used, a very distinct difference. It is he that sits upon the circle of the earth, and the inhabitants are like grasshoppers, stretches them out the heavens as a curtain, and spreads them out as a tent to dwell in. Isaiah 40:22. I should start reading it like I would normally read Shakespeare, because it's about as real as Romeo and Juliet. Number 10, space is fake. God says space is fake. Genesis 16. Water above, water below.
Why would anyone try to build a tower to heaven if Earth is flying through space? Ever thought about it?
Oh, my brain hurts. Let us build ourselves a city with a tower that reaches to the heavens. Genesis 11:4. And he's very proud of it as he leaves his link for his website at the bottom so that we know it's his. Those are the top 10 places where the Bible teaches flat Earth. And that is the document that you get. So that was fun. They have a whole bunch more. Let me know down below if you would like me to go through all of them. They have some more flat Earth copyright-free images, of course. I'm not downloading any more of those. You can see them on here. Of course, there's a shop, and the prices of things are interesting. I feel like most of flat Earth is a big giant grift and way to make money. So I find it interesting that they all sell stuff like this. I'm just saying, they're kind of pricey. In future, we're gonna be reacting to some of his interviews, so stay tuned for that. That should be quite fun. But that's pretty much the whole website. I think that it was kind of fun to go through this. Let me know what you guys think down below. And that is my introduction to all of you on who our dear friend David the Flat Earther is. David Weiss, Flat Earth Grifter Extraordinaire. Probably one of the top grifters in this entire sphere. See, I did it again. I'll see myself out. Let me know what you think about this down below. Give the video a like, do all them YouTube things, and no matter where you are or what you're doing, I hope that you all have a fabulous rest of your day, and happy Flat Earth Friday. Take care. See you soon with another one. Mwah. Bye! The Earth is not flat!
So in your world, we have people standing upside down, and you're assuming hemispheres on a sphere.
What do you mean upside down? What do you mean upside down? What does that mean?
Compare their feet are antipodal to my feet, people in the South.
This is Elon Musk.
Right. And so when there's a new moon, which means the sun and the moon are on the same side of the Earth, the tide should be bigger, but there's not. There's bigger tides when they're opposing.
No, it is.
No, they're not.
No, it is.
You're absolutely wrong.
No, I'm not. And you can Google it right now.
They call me a god. 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 Let's go. I'm about to go off like a weapon. Fuel to the top, got a filled up engine. In my thoughts, obsession. I will not stop, no, I'm never second guessing. I got a God complex. Haters love to hate, but I never feel pressed. Got a lot on my plate, but I never get stressed. I'll take all the pressure like I'm acing this test. Tear it up like I'm Jason. I see the world like it's ready for the taking. I see this place like a game I'm playing. Straight to the bank to collect my payments. No negotiations, it's my way, I was born impatient. And like a damn Freemason, I'll run this nation. They call me a god.